FelixBao. So today I'm gonna show you how to make the Vietnamese comfort food. It's called Pho with beef. Am I saying correctly?
Yes, Pho
Okay.
Bo.
What was it?
Pho Bo.
Pho Bo. Okay, it's a Vietnamese comfort food called Pho Bo. Okay, so I will show you the ingredient and show you the way I'm gonna cook it. So let's get cook it now. Alright guys, so now we're gonna start to make the pho. So I'll show you all the ingredients first. So we have in here, this is the beef bone, but we choose the leg part, which is there's a lot of the marrow, the fat in here. This is very important to make a good broth. The meat, now we have the shin of beef and we have the brisket as well. Now for the veggie in here, so we have this ginger, we have garlic, we have the brown onion, and we have the red shallot. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry. So thank you, my love. Now the spices, what we have right now in here is that the anise, Fennel Seed, BlackPeppercorn, black cardamon, and cassava, or you can say is a cinnamon stick. Okay, so how are we gonna do it? First thing first, we have the boiling water in here already. So what we need to do is that blanch this bone first. So what we're doing in here is that we blanch it to remove any scum or any blood came out from the bone marrow. So it will only take like 10 minutes. 10 minutes good on that one. It's not going to be that long. So the next step is you have to burn or toasting all this onion and the shallot and the ginger. So the reason why we do this because you want to pop cooking of the onion first and you make it much more sweeter and also give slight smoky flavor coming into the onion. Ginger, we're gonna do the same thing as well. Now you nicely toast it. So what we do is just gonna let it cool down first before you start peeling it. This one. Now we move on to toasting the spices. Now I have two different ways to toasting the spices. The big one in here, which is the black cardamon and the anise, you just simply like put in the flame very quickly. Just give me a nicely toast burn in there. But we don't want to burn it too much. And that's it. Nicely done. Same with the black cardamom as well. So now the small stuff in here, the fennel seed, the black peppercorn, and then the cinnamon stick. We're just gonna toast it in the pan. Just make sure your pan is really dry. Okay, we don't need to have oil, we don't need to have nothing. We're just gonna be toasted really dry in here. Nicely. Nice and fragrant. So we're just gonna transfer it to the bowl. Alright guys, now I have 10 minutes already done, so we're gonna wash the bone now. We're boiling very quickly. As you can see, all the scum will come out. And we just simply quickly rinse on this one in here. And I already prepared another new pot with the cold water. So we just rinse it very quickly, all this bone in here. Make sure there's no more scum coming up. So you want to broth very clear. Alright, now the bone's done cleaning up. Alright, so the bone's already been washed. So now we're gonna bring it back in here on our small stove. This time we're just gonna leave it on the low heat. So this broth in here maybe will be end up like 6 to 7 hours to cook. Maybe just take a day. So yeah, just 6-7 hours to cook. So what we do right now is the shin beef. Just simply put in there. And the brisket. Now with this meat in here, you will just want to put in here like maybe around 2.5 hours, depends on the size of the meats. because you. Alright, now about the veggie in here, which is the onion we already burned. So we just simply peel the outside. You don't need to do a lot of things. If you have a little bit of the burn mark in there, which is good, it's not that bad because it will give a little bit smoky flavor. There's the onion, and same with the shallot as well. We just simply peeling it. Not full, not much. Oh, nice and smoky. And with the ginger, we just simply scrape it the black mark in here. Alright, you're done peeling everything already. So what you need to do is just cut it nice in chunks. You don't need to be politely. Now with the ginger, you just simply slice it up. Not too thick, not too thin, just roughly slice it because you want to have a lot of service on this one. So the broth can be flavor maximum. So with the shallots, I just cut in half, nice and easy. Now with the garlic, just cut in half, just put in the broth. Alright, now with the spices right now, I bought this one. Similar like a muslin cloth or cheesecloth. So what you do is just pack it up in there. And I'm accidentally buy this one slightly a little bit bigger, but it's okay. It's meant to be by the smallest one, but well, never mind, because I only buy myself most of the time. So what I'm going to do is just make sure it's really tight. There you go. Just put it in the broth. Everything's already in the pot. What we do is we're gonna cook it gently for the next 2.5 hours. After that, we're gonna take out the meat out, and we're gonna continue to cook it another 3 to 4 hours. Just make sure the broth nice and fragrant. Okay. Now 2.5 hours already gone past. Basically, the meat is done already. So what we need to do is just take the meat out. So what you do, just leave it on the board like this. And tips around meat. Some people slice it when it's hot, but with me, just let it cooling down. I mean, as it's still very hot, there's a slight chance when you cut it while it's hot, it will going dry. So for me, just with a tin foil, you just cover it up like this. Let it cool down slowly. Just leave it like maybe cooling down around 1 hour, and then you can slice it nicely. Now just leave it to boil, maybe another 2 hours, and we will good to go to eat after that. So in the meantime, I will start preparing all the garnish. Alright guys, so the broth already been simmered for 3 hours now. We still have a half an hour to go, but this is the part that we're gonna put the seasoning now. So we have salt, but maybe this is roughly like 50 grams. So if it's not salty enough, you can put more. So always put a little bit by little bit. Don't put too much in the beginning. So you got salt. I have rock sugar as well. Roughly on same quantity, 50 grams. And this is MSG. But it's up to you want to put or not. But with me, I'm gonna put it because we are Asian anyway, so we always put MSG in anything. So a little bit MSG, and also fish sauce. But it just remind you one thing: you already put salt in here. Fish sauce is also salty, so you can just put a little bit first and give it to the boil and have a taste first. Okay, I just put roughly around 2 tablespoons on that one. Over here, I already prepared some garnish in here, which is I have the sliced thin onion, I have a spring onion as well, I have the big red chili, and I have also the bird eye chili, and also prepare some hoisin sauce and with the sriracha. I have the rare beef as well. And now the meat is already cooling down, so it's ready to slice now. Just slightly thin. As you can see, it's very tender. It's like falling apart now as well. Also, this is the Shin of Beef. We just do the same thing like a brisket. Just slightly thin, as you can. Ooh, it's really tender. Alright, now we sliced everything already. Let's check out the broth. Because sometimes you want to adjust a little bit the taste. You want everything balanced between the salt, sugar, and a little bit on the fish sauce. So let's give it a try. The garnish, normally whenever about the pho, I always start with putting beef first. That, and I'm gonna put maybe like 2 thin slices of the red beef, and totally it's up to you how much red beef you want to put in there, okay? And a little bit of the onion, slice very thinly. Now, after that, just lay the hot broth on top of this noodle, because the hot broth was starting to cook all the red beef in there and start to melt a little bit of the onion as well, make it a little bit more softer and make it a little bit more palatable. That's it. And then the garnish, it's up to you, whatever you want. For me, I just want a little bit of the shallots or spring onion and a little bit of the coriander as well, and a little bit on the Thai basil, a little bit as well. Give me a nice sweet fragrance, and a little bit on the bean sprout as well. And there you have it, guys. My version of the Vietnamese pho, or what should I say, called Pho Bo. Is it true?
Yes, Pho Bo.
Okay, that's why it's called Pho Bo. There you go, guys. I'm really happy with this. Maybe just a couple of chili. We're not gonna hurt you. And just dipping the meat in the Hoisin Sauce. If you like my video, please subscribe on the bottom, okay? And don't forget put like as well on the video. Thank you very much, guys. I'm just gonna finish this one first, okay? Bye bye.